300, it's your folks, Shaka. Wanted to share my thoughts with you all very quickly. One thing I want to say is this, so-called black men today, one thing that we got to understand is that, man, we can no longer just get credit for being the dudes that just sitting around talking about the problems, okay? Or being the first to speak about the problem, okay? You don't get top tier credit for that. You might get attention credit for getting the views or whatever, yada yada, but you don't get top tier credit for that. A lot of guys out here are kind of triggered about the fact that people are not giving them certain credit because they were the first one to talk about a problem or bring a problem to the table. And a lot of these guys, most of these guys that I've seen, they ain't even creative. They just kind of turn they phone to them and they kind of just sit and they rant about things. They might be cool, good with talking about the problem, but that's pretty much where they're at. A lot of times they're stealing people's thoughts and talking points. They ain't even coming from their own perspective. And these are the guys that kind of sit around and they want to get recognition, okay, for certain things. And I just want to say that today, man. Today, man, it ain't about who started to talk about the problem. It's about what solutions and alternatives we're putting out there again to resolve these problems. Okay? And in my opinion, if we understand this, we don't have time to really be sitting around crying and whining about how nobody noticed that we start talking about the problem first. Okay? And I say this because, man, listen, I understand, obviously, me of all people, because niggas is always trying to take my thoughts. They always trying to think like the folk. You know what I'm saying? They want to be like me. And I'm just being humble about it, but I'm just speaking the truth off what I see. You know what I'm saying? So I understand speaking on how people might be taking your certain thoughts and stuff like that. That's understandable. But, bro, you can't be sitting around here being a person talking about, well, nobody is giving me recognition because I called out the problem first. You know what I'm saying? And nobody is giving me credit for that when right after you called out the problem, you did nothing after the fact. You didn't create anything. You didn't do anything to address the problem. Bro, get out of here. All you brothers out there talking that shit need to get out of here with that shit. And I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. Y'all like this information, but hit the sub button and the bell. We dropping shit y'all like. It's Shaka the Urban Philosopher. I'm out. It's 300.